Welcome back to the Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, with you here Tuesday through Saturday on demand. And our goal is to get you 6 picks from 6 cappers. Good show, ready to roll here for you for this Thursday. And of course, I have NFL coverage, WNBA playoffs, and more. So make sure you guys hit that like, that subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. And set those notifications so you're notified when these videos drop. All right, let's get the show underway. Let's welcome in Rod Zawacky, WNBA playoff action deciding games here on Thursday. Rod, what's happening?
Oh, not too much, Tony. Yeah, we are getting into some of these deciding games in the WNBA in the first round. Hey, can't complain. They're kicking off week 3 here on a Thursday as well with these Dolphins going after the Bills. Kind of like, look, I almost had the banner all lined up, ready to go. See, there's the Sunday nighter. We got the Bills and we got the Dolphins lined up to head off in their first meeting of the year. We'll see how that one goes there.
Let's see how it rolls. How we turn our attention here to the WNBA playoffs here. 7:30 Eastern time on ESPN2. Fever at the Dream. The Dream lay in 7.5 total, 154.5.
Yeah, hey, the Fever handed to them. They took advantage on their home court, dominated that game right from the opening tip-off. Did the Fever. I think that the Dream took their foot off the gas a little bit. Realized they got down quite a bit. In the second half and took their foot off a little bit. But I think we're in trouble here. Oh well, we'll go back at home here and play a solid game where they played their best hoops all season long. Here you look, this Atlanta team at home, 16-6 straight up, 14-7 ATS wise at home this season, where they played their best defensive basketball as well, holding teams to 75 points a game. Anyway, look what they've done over the last 72 points a game. So solid defensive play. When you get this Fever team out on the road this year, though, in their road games, they're giving up 81 points a game. So that's why the spread is at 7.5, where I see it. I wouldn't be surprised if we see 8, maybe even 8.5 by the time this thing tips off. We've seen a Fever or a Dream win, 12-point win in that first game. It was a little bit closer in the first half. And then the Dream just slowly held down the Fever and pulled away with their defense. And then offensively, I just don't think that the Fever have the horses to be able to keep up here in this game. On the road this season, or even in these first couple of playoff games, only mustering about 72 points a game. On the road, they're mustering 80 points a game, where you look at the Dream, over 85 points a game at home this season. So you think you might even get some tired legs? Third game, 5-night spot for these two teams in the deciding spot. Well, when you look at the numbers, Dream lead in third game, 5-night spot, 11-2 ATS wise. It seems this Dream team gets a little better as the games tighten up in the shorter window. I'm going to lay the 7.5 here. I think the Dream win by double digits and punch their ticket into round number 2.
Yeah, looking at the Dream, they have been playing pretty good ball closing the season here. What looks like on a 6-game win streak there. And they, of course, it was broken in the last game, but they really surged down the stretch. Matter of fact, look at the regular season here. It was dropping just one of their past 6 in the regular season. So they've been in pretty good form here to begin the playoffs.
Yeah, great form. Actually, 8 of their last 9 were W's for this Dream team heading down the stretch. And then guess what? In those, the only lone loss out of those 9 heading into the stretch was against a playoff team. It's right behind you. Fade the Aces. Guess what? That's where their lone loss was for the Dream heading into this playoff battle, was the Aces. So another playoff team. Hey, as I said, we might have taken the Fever a little bit lightly in that home game there. They definitely won't take the Fever lightly in here. We've seen what they've done down the stretch, as Tony alluded to. Winners of 8 of the 9 coming into these playoffs. And, hey, they dropped from the Fever at home. It is what it is. I think they come in here and win by double digits. That's why the spread's 7.5.
All right, Ron, here, Dream Lane, 7.5 in the decider here. These are mini-series, best of 3. Boy, they used to do that plus 20 years ago in the NBA. That was the first round, was best of 3. But best of 3 here.
Best of 3, right? That's just this. I guess it's better than a winner take all. Yeah. At least you get one at home, and then the team with the better record gets the deciding home court advantage. But I don't know. I think we might see these when we get some more of these expansion teams in here, Tony. That this might get pushed up to 5 games here in the first round. Going forward, like maybe in a couple seasons down the line, in the WNBA. I wouldn't be surprised if they make this a 5-round. Best of 5 in these first rounds.
Yeah, would not be surprised here. Rod here on the Dream Lane, the 7.5, 7:30 Eastern Time over on ESPN2. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for this Thursday. Lighter card in baseball, 10 games in baseball here for Thursday, but we got a WNBA up there. We got a college football. NFL returns. You see Rod producing great results over the last 7 days. Document over at Pick Dog's Premium. Verify that by simply clicking the link in the description, land here, and click the Premium Picks tab. Find the capper of your choice. Hit Rod's link and get on over there. So, Rod, what do you have for sale over at Pick Dog's Premium?
And for me over at Pick Dog's Premium, I'm looking to continue to stay hot here this week. No, I did not like the college football, so no selection there. But hey, on the weekend we'll have some more college football for you. I will have one selection in the NFL game tonight, and then I've got a couple in the MLB. So 3 plays in total for you here on the Thursday slate. Head on over to pickdice.com and scoop those 3 plays up. And then hey, join me for the rest of the weekend where we have even more plays going up, more MLB, more WNBA. We even got some CFL thrown in there. And then we got college football Saturday. Even got a whole pile more games here in week 3 in the NFL. So I think Thursday is kind of that good day to go grab a 3-day pass and join me for the Thursday, Friday, Saturday action. Gets you right on through the weekend. So definitely jump on board. 3 days, 7 days, 30 days. 30 days gets you into the NHL as well. Almost gets to the first 10 days into the NHL. Does that 30-day pass. And then you know what we did in the NHL last season. So where we continue to cross-check the bookies there into the boards. You want to jump aboard long-term here. Multiple sports going, including the NHL right there coming the end of the season, end of the month. We'll be seeing that sport thrown in there as well. So definitely jump aboard. Let's continue to crush the books and stack the units into our bankroll.
Get on board with Rod over at Pick Dog. Forgot to mention he's at top of the 7-day leaderboard. That's where you'll find his link. Click that link and get on over there and get signed up. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
Definitely have a good one, everybody. We'll catch you again as we head into the weekend. So take care. Make it a winning one.
Rod Zawacky here on the Drive Thru. Welcome back to the Drive Thru NFL coverage for the Thursday night divisional battle. Let's welcome in Matt Fargo with that pick. Matt, what's going on?
Hey, Tony. How you doing, bud? Looking forward to another weekend of football. We got, a few games under our belts here for some teams. 2 in the NFL, 3 for most college teams. So we have some stats to look at, some eye tests to look at, and we're going to start rolling here this weekend. Looking forward to it.
Let's do it. Let's get to it here. We go to Thursday night football here, divisional battle between Dolphins and Bills. We see that big line here. The Bills are going to be favored here, 11.5 points. The total coming in here at 49.5.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at the under in this game. Right now, I'm really concerned about this Miami team and Mike McDaniel and what he's bringing on the table. I think he's lost his team after 2 weeks. I really do. The offense, they looked decent against New England last week. First game against Indy, they were horrible on the road. And I just see this as a game where Buffalo controls throughout. They'll get their points, no doubt. The defense looked great against the Jets. I see Miami having a similar game. To where they're not going to be able to move the ball. I can see them scoring a couple touchdowns. That's about it. If you look at the history of this matchup, the last 4 games have gone over in Buffalo. Miami has scored 29, 31, and 27 points in 3 of those. I do not see that happening in this one. This is a different team. As I mentioned, Buffalo is going to control this game. And there's a good system going back here where we take the under the total where it is greater than or equal to 49.5 in conference games when playing on a Thursday coming off a Sunday game. The under is 44-20, 68.8% since 1983. So we're going to look at the under, see a lower scoring game here, go under Buffalo, Miami on Thursday night.
There we go here from Matt says go under here, Dolphins and Bills. We're to see what the Dolphins game plan is going to be. It's going to be just, you're going to try to run ball control against this Dolphins. I know the Bills have issues with their pass defense, but man, in this divisional battle, you got that desperate 0-2 team, Dolphins, seeing their season kind of get away from them already just right when it begins.
Yeah. I mean, Buffalo, they ran the ball a ton last week against New York, put up 224 yards. I think they go to the same game script again. I just don't trust this Miami defense. And then, the one thing I'm concerned about a little bit for Buffalo is, Milano has been declared out for this game, and Oliver will not see action again. little bit of a concern there. But everybody says Miami has the talent, and they do. They on paper they do. Tua is very accurate. Tyreek Hill and Waddle, two great receivers. A-Chain out of the backfield, great pass catcher. But they just can't seem to get the other. And against this team on a Thursday night at home, coming off a horrible performance on defense against Baltimore with their home crowd on hand, I see a huge effort from the defense for Buffalo this week.
There we go here from Matt. We got Dolphins Bills under total 49.5. This one will have a start time here at 8:15 each time over on the Prime. All right, Matt, let's take a look over at Pick.Prim for this action on Thursday. Of course, we got college football, NFL on docket, WNBA playoffs, as well as Major League Baseball with a 10-game card. You can see Matt documented with 3,908 units of profit last 90 days. Documented over at Pick.Prim, top leaderboard in Major League Baseball as well. Verify those numbers very simply by clicking the link in the description. Land here and you'll click Matt's you'll see Matt's name right up here on the top of the leaderboards. Click it and get on over to a sales page. So when they go to your sales page, and Matt, what do you got for sale?
Yeah, for baseball, pretty decent card tomorrow. I'm looking at the games right now. A few games in the afternoon, so check those early. For football, I'm going to have side play for Buffalo Miami as well as a play in college football with Rice in Charlotte. Finalizing the cards for the weekend in college football and the NFL, coming off an 8-4 college football week last week. And we're going to let that roll once again. The NFL, 8-7 on the season, not great. A little bit above water, but like I mentioned before, we got some games to look at now. And we're going to roll into a big weekend of football action over at Pick Dogs. Use that promo code 15%, or use the promo code PICK to get 15% off.
That's right. Get on board with Matt over at Pick.Prim. Verify these numbers over on Matt's handicapper page. And these are based on a $100 unit size wager, 3,908 units of profit. Document over at Pick.Prim. Multi-cap promotion up there as well. So get on board with Matt over at Pick.Prim. Get signed up. All right, Matt, as always, great having you on the show. Continue to have great success, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Awesome. Thank you, Tony. Good luck, everyone.
You as well. Matt Fargo here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue here on the Drive Thru. Major League Baseball coverage. Let's welcome in Joey Tron. Find him over at Pick.Prim. Joey, what's going on?
What's going on, Tony? How you doing today?
Doing great. Looking forward to this Thursday card. Football is back, but we got baseball business to take care of. A battle here with teams. One that's contending for division plan. One's just trying to stay relevant in the race, and of course that will be the Mariners and Royals head-to-head. We see the Mariners in this afternoon affair, $1.24 on the road. Total sits here at 9.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the Seattle Mariners here on the money line. The Mariners are on an absolute tear right now. They've won 10 in a row. Not only that, but their offense has really sparked here. They've scored 4+ in every single one of these games across that 10-game winning streak, except for just one game, which in my opinion, that's great for Seattle. This is usually a team that has cold bats, but right now they're hot, and I want to stick with them while they're hot. Luis Castillo takes the mound. Seattle's won back-to-back when he started. He's definitely out of that August slump that he had. He's allowed one earned run in both of those starts. Stephen Kolek is going the other way for Kansas City. He has a high 6.55 ERA in home games this season, and I just don't trust him with the way these Mariners bats are right now. The Royals are 3-8 in Kolek's last 11 starts. The Mariners are playing well, and Luis Castillo's teams are 7-4 in road games in the second half of the season. So at -124, Tony, I'm going with the Seattle Mariners here.
All right, Joey here on the Mariners -124. Yeah, they get hot at the right time. They went through a time where they couldn't find a row. When they're starting to get them now when it matters down the stretch. And of course, this KC team at home against these winning teams have had their struggles.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, Kansas City, they're just trying to stay relevant. They're like 7 or 8 games out of the last wild card spot, so they're just digging their grave deeper and deeper here, and the Mariners are just going to keep on shining.
There you go. We got Joey here on the Mariners -124 against the Royals. This one will have a start time here of 2 Eastern time. Day baseball on Thursday. All right, Joey, let's take a look over at Pick.Prim for this Thursday card. Mentioned baseball on the board, 10-game card. We welcome NFL. They got a Thursday night game, college football game as well. WNBA playoffs with some deciding game 3s as well on the docket. You can see Joey producing great units over the past 7 days, 320 units of profit, all documented over at Pick.Prim. What do you got for sale?
Yeah, so I should have my entire college football card for this week up tonight, along with my NFL card. So definitely snag that early if you want to get that good lines. But like you said, WNBA, I'm doing pretty solid at WNBA. Got to shout out my Indiana Fever for forcing the game 3. Hope they can get it done tomorrow night on the road. But if you use the code PICK, we get 15% off any of my single day plays.
That's right. Get on with Joey over at Pick.Prim. Link in the description lands you here. And of course, hit the premium tab. You'll find Joey amongst the cappers. Click his link and gets on over to a sales page and gets signed up. All right, Joey, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Thanks for having me, Tony. Go Fever.
All right. Joey Tron here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue here on the Drive Thru. Got WNBA elimination game here. Let's welcome in Shane Mickle, find over at Pick Dog. From Shane, what's going on?
How's it going tonight, or this afternoon, Tony?
Doing great, doing great. All right, here we go. WNBA, it's a game 3 deciding one between the Aces and Storm. The Aces here are going to be laying 8. The total sits at 159.
Yeah, this is a game I really like in game 2, and I really like it in game 3. I'm going to take the Aces here, laying the points. Now I understand the Seattle Storm won the last game and had all the momentum, but I mean after that game, as they should have been, they were celebrating like they had just won the WNBA championship. Obviously, it was basically their championship because if they lost, they went home. But I don't think that momentum carries over here. You know, with 5 minutes left in that game, they were down 9 points. The Storm were. They made that big comeback. And don't forget what the Aces were doing heading in the playoffs. You know, WNBA champions last year, hottest team in the league heading in the playoffs, winning 16 in a row. And their offense was too good. I think their offense they return home. Their offense was good, even in the second game, but the first game also. I think their offense is too much. I think they have the emotional letdown from the Storm, and I just don't see how they slow down all the Aces' talent for another game. I think this game, I think the Aces will be leading by the 9 points with 5 minutes left, and this time they'll pull away instead of letting the Storm back in, especially with their home fans behind them. I'll take the Aces laying the points.
All right, we got Shane here on the Aces here laying the points. You know, when you look at Seattle here, you look at the games in this series. I mean, they've given up 50% or greater in every game of this series. And if you go back into the regular season, in 4 of their past 5 games defensively, they've given up 49% shooting or greater. So the defenses look really poor right now for this Storm team.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously they made the stops late in game 2. But yeah, before they started making those stops, it looked like the Aces are going to run away because of their offense. And I think that continues again. I mean, obviously. Lightning could strike twice here for this Storm team, but you need defense in the playoffs. Especially we've seen it with some of the other games that have been high scoring during the regular season, like especially the Lynx. Their defense was strong in game 1, and it hasn't worked for the Storm. So yeah, I just don't think that they just don't have the defensive pieces there to be competitive here.
Yeah, that's it. Right. In the playoffs, you need that defense. You're not seeing it from the Storm here. Aces laying 8 here against the Storm, 9:30 Eastern time. The deciding game 3 on ESPN2. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Print for this Thursday card. WNBA up on the board, 2 games as well. Baseball gives you a 10-game card. We welcome back the NFL and college football for single games. What do you have for sale over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I got a 3-pack tonight. It'll be my best WNBA play, which is in the other game. Best NFL play, best college football play, $49.99, or you can get those 3 plays individually, $24.99 if you're just looking for either college football, NFL, or NBA, or not NBA. I'm going a little too fast there, thinking about NBA season already. But yeah, if you want those plays individually, $24.99. But no better time to hop on that long-term pass. We're right in the thick of all the sports here. My CFL has been strong. I still have that season pass up there. So if you want to hop on long term, let's make some money together.
So I get on board with Shane. You go over at Pick Dog Premium. Link in the description will get you over to the premium page and look for Shane in the Capper tab. So go ahead and get signed up. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you that 15% off. Right, Shane? As always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Sounds good. Have a good weekend, everyone.
You as well. Shane Mickle here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue here on the Drive Thru. College football up next with Big Al McMordie. You'll find our top leaderboards over at Pick Dogs Premium. Big Al, what's happening?
Not much. It'll be a big football weekend, Tony. I've just put up 17 football plays for Saturday, so very big card.
Very big card indeed. And we're going to take a look here at this Thursday standalone game from college with Rice and Charlotte. Rice will be favored here on the road, too. We see the total coming at 42.5.
Yeah, the 49ers upset Rice last year, 21-20, as a 4-point road underdog. So this is a nice revenge game for the Owls. And I'm going to actually lay the 2 points with Rice. When you take a look at how American Athletic Conference teams have done as road favorites or pick 'em. When playing with Revenge, they've gone 28-15 ATS. So I like the road favorite here. I'm going to lay the 2 points.
Big Al going to go with the road favorite here with Rice laying the 2 here against Charlotte. Of course, those may, we look at this total pretty low here, 42.5. I know you're not on this one, but this work there that Rice changing their offensive system now to the triple option. So another team out there going triple option, not just the service academies anymore.
Yeah, I had actually one of my biggest plays of the season thus far on Houston against Rice a couple weeks ago, and the Cougars just destroyed Rice 35-9. So they haven't exactly gotten off to a great start. They scored 9 points against Houston. They got 14 points in their first game of the season, which was against an FBS opponent. I can throw out last week's game because it was versus an FCS foe, so I don't really care that they got 38 last week. So their offense has not done great this year, but I still like them minus the points on Charlotte.
There we go. Big L here on Rice, laying the 2 here against Charlotte. This one will have a start time here of 7:30 Eastern time. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Premium here for the card here on Thursday and beyond. Of course, Big L unit leader here for the past 12 months. 12,312 units of profit. Document over at Pick Dog Premium. That is based on $100 unit wager size. You can verify those numbers. Click on the link in the description. Land here. Click the upper right-hand corner for Big Al's page, and you'll get right to his page. What do you have for sale, Big Al, over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, for Thursday, I'm going to have 2 huge plays in the WNBA, and I will have, as I mentioned at the top, 17 college football plays. For Saturday, I'll have 1 college football play for Friday. So 18 college football plays in all. May have some NFL. I'm still working through the NFL card, Tony, but it'll be a big football weekend.
Big football weekend coming from Big Al, so get on board with Big Al McMordie over at Pick Dog Premium. Long-term subscriptions is the way to go, especially with all these sports overlapping, and you can see Big Al's performance. You may consider that 1-year Raw Sports Pass and get on board with Big Al. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you that 15% off. Multi-cap promotion also available. Pair Big Al with your favorite cappers and save even more. All right,
they should pair me with you so they get all of your baseball and all of my football and your football and my baseball. But I'm pretty much known as a football and basketball guy, not really a baseball guy. But they should pair you and me, Tony.
That's right. Pair Big Al on it all sports pass there. So get on board. Promo code PICK will save you that 15% off. And of course, Big Al, you also have that all access pass for those bigger players.
Yeah, folks can get down 1 to 10,000 a game. One of the benefits, Tony, of the All Access program is you get the games rated from 10-star down through 1-star. So, for example, this week we've got a couple of 8 stars in college football. We have a 7-star. We've got a couple of 6 stars. And then we have a lot of other plays are rated lower. But you'll know which plays are the strongest when you join the All Access program. Just text Big Al to 702-769-0404. That's 702-769-0404.
That's right. Make that text for the bigger players for that all access. All right, Big Al, it's always great having your show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Thanks, Tony.
Big Al here on the Drive Thru. And now it's time for my pick. We go to Major League Baseball here for Thursday. Yankees and Orioles to begin their series. We see the Yankees big favorites here at $2. Total sits here at 8.5. We're going to be looking at the total in this one. We'd like Yankees and Orioles to go over a total here of 8.5 runs in this one. We got Max Fried getting the start here for the Yankees, going up against Kate Povich for Baltimore. And look at Yankees. They've been hitting the ball pretty well. 282 over their past 6 games, involved in some very high-scoring games, that Minnesota series. Fried, look at Fried in his past 10 starts, ERA over 4. Povich in his 12 home appearances, an ERA over 5.5. Both bullpens are in poor recent form. Look at the Yankees now, 11 and make it now 12-5 in the over on the road in their past 17 games against losing teams. We're going to go ahead and go over here with the Yankees and the Orioles. Guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium for my best bet on the board. I am having a great year in Major League Baseball. I am the number 2 unit producer in Major League Baseball. Document over at Pick Dogs. Click the link in the description, land here, and you'll get right on over to my page. You see my name here on the leaderboard on the bottom right. So get on board, get signed up, and use that promo code PICK at checkout. Will save you that 15% off. The Drive Thru is with you here on demand Tuesday through Saturday. Make sure you guys hit that like, that subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. And set notifications so you're notified when we drop this video. And of course, give us that like, that thumbs up. Really greatly appreciate that. I'm Tony T, and we'll talk with you guys again tomorrow.